China's strategy, however, is to produce one generation and improve it while making research and development of the next generation and planning a third generation. When China is sure to obtain the next generation, usually a decade after its success in making the existing generation, it will export the existing generation to recover its research and development costs so that China can develop better weapons with a military budget much smaller than America's. Moreover, the US has not only to pay its giant weapon producers their costs of development and production but also enable them to make decent profits, if not a windfall. China's giant weapon producers have to develop advanced weapons on their own if they cannot get funds from the government. As a result, they have to export the weapons they have developed to recover their costs. J-31 stealth fighter jet is a striking example. The producer is developing the fighter with its own funds. It has been trying its best to make it at least as good as US F-35 in order to grab market share of stealth fighters from the US, while the US still restricts the export of its F-35 to only its close allies. China's weapon development strategy will enable China to have new generation of weapons within a decade or two. We can foresee that if the US keeps the strategy of developing a weapon for several decades while China has new generation each 1 to 2 decades, a few decades later, China's weapons will be much more advanced than the US. The US will perhaps import Chinese weapons as they are much cheaper than what the US will develop on its own. Then the US will simply lose its military hegemony. Change the strategy and deprive US weapon giants of their excessive profits. If the US is able to do so, it will not be a loser in its weapon competition with China.